Hey, in this day of hip-hop, and here's my review of I'm Not a Human Being 2 by Lil Wayne. If you haven't listened to it yet, it got leaked. I just uploaded a video today with the link and everything. I'll put that inside the description. You can check it out, download it. You'll see why I'm saying in a couple minutes. So basically, when I started listening to this, there's the I Am Not a Human Being, IANAHB track. It's just like kind of an introduction, and it starts off with like a beautiful serenade from a piano, and it quickly transforms into this kind of like, you can feel the power behind it, and I was getting psyched when I was listening to this, because I was like, alright, maybe this album will be great, and despite what everybody else is saying, like, oh no, it's gonna be a terrible album, he fell off, he's just... So I kind of had some faith in this, but the first word is yeah, and I'm kind of like, all right, this is just some old school Wayne. I'm just getting excited, and if you listen to this, you'll see what I mean. And I'm kind of just like, you listen to the lyrics, which are kind of average, but it's built up by the beautiful piano beat in the background. And so I'm listening to it, and I'm just not quite getting to the excited level that you usually get to when you listen to some old school albums like The Drought or No Ceilings, or just old school stuff. And I never really got to that point, but I still had faith in this album. I'm like, oh, well, it's never going to get that good because he's never going to go back to that style of music. So I give this track an 8 out of 10. Unfortunately, this is one of the best tracks on the album, so it's pretty much all downhill from here. Was that I found it really funny that Lil Wayne changed the name of the second track from I Ain't Nervous to Curtains, because No Worries and I Ain't Nervous are pretty much the same thing. And when you listen to the songs, they're also the same thing. So, because I had listened to No Worries so much when it came out on Dedication 4, and it was just being played over and over again during the VMAs, and I think it was the VMAs, I'm not even sure anymore, it's way back when, but but it is basically a twin of the song, and I found it really funny that he wanted to put both of them on the same album. It felt way too repetitive. But overall, No Worries is an okay song. Curtains, twin, so I'm going to have to give it another point lower. I give this a 5 out of 10. But I don't understand where his thoughts were when he thought, oh, you know what? It'll be good if I put it on the same album as No Worries. But anyways, track 3 was Days and Days featuring 2 Chainz. And I found it really weird because the beat started off terrible, and every once in a while it would jump up into this really awesome beat, and I was just like, why can't they just do this for the whole damn song? I don't get why they would use a terrible beat and then transition for 10 seconds. And it just ruined the song to me. So Wayne had an okay verse, and I really didn't expect much from 2 Chainz because I'm not really a fan of him. But there's a really good sample on the beat. I got really hyped up when it started off as the beat, and then with a little sample on it. So it's just kind of disappointed me. But besides that, I give it a 6 out of 10. Track 4, Gunwalk featuring Gudda. It was a decent beat, and I really didn't expect much because the first minute was just the hook, and I found it really hard to like get past that first minute. I'm just like sitting here, when does the actual song start? But I'm a huge fan of Gudda, so I stuck through it. I wanted to hear the rest of it. I wanted to hear his verse, but I was disappointed because I think he could have done better. He's done a lot better on other Lil Wayne songs, so I just gave this at a 5.5 out of 10. There you go. For track 5, No Worries featuring Detail. Like I said earlier, overplayed. I just having Curtains and No Worries on the same album really brings down the rest of the quality of the album, because it's like he's not trying. And people get that because they comment on Curtains and No Worries, and it's like, nah, these two songs are the same. So I'm just saying what everybody else is saying. It was a good song when it came out at first, but now that it's played long enough, I don't know why he would say, okay, I'll put this on I Am Not a Human Being. And I really don't like how Lil Wayne does that, because it makes his fans expect a bunch of new music, when in reality only about half of the album is stuff that they haven't heard. So it's alright. I give that a 6 out of 10. So on track 6, Back to You, it's a beautiful sample. Just like the Days and Days intro, that sample is also amazing. But it sucks that it's ruined by Lil Wayne's overused references of, I'm going to say this G-rated ling, the female reproductive system. And during the entire song, he's talking about this, and it's just a beautiful song. Beautiful beat, beautiful sample. It's just like, why did he choose this song to just ruin? I mean, he does this throughout the entire album, but he could have taken a break. And this is a great song. If you listen to it, it had great potential, but it was ruined. So, the beat was really the only good thing about this song. I'll give it a 6 out of 10 only because I love the beat. I'll probably get the instrumental, put it on my iPod. I'll delete the actual song itself. But I gave that a 6 out of 10. So, track 7, Trigger Finger featuring Soulja Boy. Wasn't expecting much from this because Soulja Boy, we all know we don't like him. But it was a really hard beat, and it got me kind of hyped up. I was like, alright, here's something I can actually get psyched to, because I had to go through 3 or 4 songs just to get to this thing. But it's one of my favorites on the album, and I don't understand why Lil Wayne would just throw away a verse to Soulja Boy, because he's just feeding into what everyone else is talking about and how he's falling off. I think he could have done better with this. He could have gotten better features on this album, because all the features pretty much suck. There's Juicy J. I'm not gonna, you know what, I'll leave that till later, because I'm not gonna ruin the review by skipping forward. I don't want to repeat things. But I really don't understand why you would pick a washed-up one-hit wonder as one of his features on this album that everyone's been saying is terrible. He's just feeding into the what everybody else is saying. So I give this a 7 out of 10. Lil Wayne did good. Beat was good. Soulja Boy, if someone can make me a version without Soulja Boy's verse, that would be amazing. Thank you. Send it to me. Leave it as a video response. I'll accept it. You can get views. So track 8, Beat the Ish featuring Gunplay. It was a terrible beat, terrible chorus. It was just terrible to me. There was a decent verse from Wayne, 2 minutes in though, but I don't know why you would sit there for 2 minutes listening to utter crap to get to one good verse. Maybe B- work by Lil Wayne. That's it. So I give it a 3 out of 10. This was one of the worst songs. Okay, so track 9, Rich as F featuring 2 Chainz. I was pretty surprised by how well 2 Chainz did on the hook. It was a good beat, good lyrics. Overall, 7.5 out of 10. I just made that quick. But I do want to say that this probably had the potential that Trigger Finger had without Soulja Boy would probably end up being Rich as F. Because they're really similar in their beat style, and I really think they could be almost at the same level if Soulja Boy hadn't ruined Trigger Finger. But anyways, track 10, Trippy featuring Juicy J. Boring lyrics over maybe a 2-star beat at best. I couldn't focus on the song because of how boring it was, and Juicy J was just terrible for the chorus. He could have gotten someone so much better, and but I really don't blame Juicy J for that, the badness of the chorus, because they were terrible lyrics anyways that Wayne had probably hired him to read. I don't know. I really don't have anything else to say about that. 4.5 out of 10. Track 11, Love Me, featuring Drake and Future. You gotta love this song because it has Drake and Future and Wayne just all together. It's whenever Drake and Wayne get on a track together, it's always good. It always gets you hyped up. So Wayne, average work is okay. Everyone is saying how this song is the Illuminati song and how everyone's pointing out satanic symbols, but I really don't care about that. Drake did his thing, and Future surprised me with his job on the hook. It was a great track to get hype or crunk or buck or whatever you get crazy to songs. 7 out of 10. I did like it. That was probably one of the better songs on the album because of how you can party to it. Not a whole lot of songs you can do that on this album. A lot of the songs are just poorly made, and even if you wanted to get crazy to them because they're good beats, it's ruined because of the poor lyrics. But anyways, track 12, Romance. It's literally just 4 minutes of Lil Wayne describing everything he's doing to this girl, sex, and calling it romance. Like, this is what romance is. It's just, I'm doing all these dirty things, and that's what romance is. So, yeah, I guess I can't really fight his opinion. It's a less than average hook, which probably would have been better. It had Wayne took some time to write some actually good lyrics. It was a good beat also, so whatever. 4.5 out of 10. 13, God Bless Amerika. It was a just dope beat with good lyrics. It was one of my favorites of the album. 8 out of 10 because I don't know why, but I couldn't stop picturing Jay-Z on this beat. It's just, it had a American Gangster type feel to it that I don't know, I love Jay-Z and that kind of music. But it would have been good to kind of see him on this track. Maybe he'll do a remix. Probably not. Track 14, Wowzers. When I saw the name, I really couldn't take this very seriously. But it's a terrible beat by Soulja Boy and terrible lyrics by Lil Wayne. And I found it hard not to say wow when listening to it because you get a really big sense that Lil Wayne's not even trying anymore. He's just putting out music to make money. So I give this track a 2 out of 10. That's the lowest score on the album. Track 15, Hello, which is a Rebirth style song. It's just fast-paced rock music in the background while he's just screaming and just yelling lyrics. It really doesn't make any sense to me because it's probably one of the worst songs I've ever heard from Lil Wayne. I give him a 3 out of 10 on this track. Track 16, which is a bonus track, is Lay It Down, featuring Nicki Minaj and Corey Gunz. And I love Corey Gunz, so I got excited about this. Nicki Minaj, not too much, because she's always annoying on a song, and she uses that high-pitched change of voice that just makes you want to shoot yourself in the head. But despite the looped and Game Boy type beat, it sounds like Game Boy sounds. I don't know, that's what it sounds like to me. And it was interesting, but not a good beat. Maybe okay. But it's very hard not to like this song because I loved Corey Gunz's verse, and Nicki Minaj really surprised me and did better than Wayne on this song. So, she didn't do the weird sounds with her voice, so thank God for that. I give that a 7 out of 10. Track 17, Hot Revolver, featuring Dre. It's a bonus track, and if it sounds familiar, it's because it's been released before. More than 2 years ago, it was scrapped from the Rebirth album. And I guess that's why I kind of wanted to explain it to everybody who doesn't really know Wayne that well, all the people who just listen to his mainstream stuff. And I guess him putting Hello, track 15, I believe, yeah, him putting that is kind of like showing him, oh no, this isn't from Rebirth, this is just new stuff I've been working on. but I saw right through it. I'm not a big fan of Lil Wayne Rebirth style songs, but this is a better one than Hello. Hello was terrible. I'll give this a 5 out of 10, average. Track 18, the last song, My Homie Still, featuring Big Sean. It's a bonus track. And when it came out, I hated it. When this song came out about a year ago, I think, I just kept listening to it, and I got attached to it, and I got kind of excited about it. But when it came out as a bonus track, I hated it again. And it's not because of the song itself, it's because Lil Wayne put it as a bonus track. I hate it when people put songs that have already come out as bonus tracks. I'm not psyched to see stuff that other people haven't heard that I have heard, because I'm always looking on YouTube for new music. I just got angry because he gives you Hot Revolver, an over 2-year-old song from Rebirth. It's a scrap, so you know it's bad already. And then My Homie Still, which is over a year old, just leave it as a single. It doesn't have to be part of this album. If you want a part of the album, put it as an actual song, and then replace My Homie Still with something better as a bonus track. I really got angry at that. I got disappointed, because when I saw 3 bonus tracks, I thought, oh wow, this is going to be great. But it's a disappointing album overall. And I wanted to believe Wayne could come back. I had faith, but I left with just more BS on a CD. It really is him just giving up. On that track, My Homie Still, 4.5 out of 10. Overall rating for the album, 5.5. It's average, a little bit more than average, only because there were a couple of songs that I liked. Good production work on some songs. Other than that, this is just a really disappointing album. But if you still want to go check it out after my depressing review of it, check it out inside the description. Download it. Tell me what you think inside the comment section. Like this, support my channel, subscribe for more hip-hop news every single day. And I'll do more mixtape reviews. I'll try to get back into the news game. So just thank you for watching. Thank you.